Hi guys. Hello. Hello. Huh. I like this makeup look today. It always happens. It doesn't, but actually it does. Wait, you were gonna fall through the table. I didn't bring a tripod because it seemed unnecessary. But yeah, I don't know. Wait, I need water. Do you guys like this little like cowboy necklace? It's just like a little boot with like a flower inside. A flower as a part of the design of the boot that's on a necklace, which is part of the design of me right now. Huh? Anyway, I don't even know what I wanted to make a video about. Like, I kind of do, but it's so funny. Like, I feel like my life right now, while it's kind of simple, I'm like, I don't have like money or stuff going on. Like, I'm not like going places like actually physically, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I feel like I'm working on so many things. I feel like today looks so good. I feel like my spirit is like getting really good at wearing the product, you know what I mean? Like, I feel a lot of things with it. It's like I put it on the same way, but it's kind of like practice. Like, I feel like your spirit gets better at wearing it. And there actually is kind of don't mind me like breaking out or whatever though. I'm like, damn, like that doesn't even happen to me that much. But yeah, anyway, there actually is kind of like a magical science behind that though. Not just that I'm getting better at like, it's not about applying the product. So I got it from Halsey's, I think it's called About Face Beauty, but also if I mess up Halsey's pronouns, I don't mean to, I always forget that they're, I think they. So I think what she wants people to do, or they want people to do, I'm still getting used to it. Because not everybody will want them to be like alternated like every time that you reference them, but some people do, so it's hard to like remember that. So hard to remember that. Anyway, I feel like the eye makeup makes my eyes look like red though, or like the white part not as crisp. I just wish the human body could be like magically edited more, like, you know what I'm saying, like enhanced. Like, I wish I could just like meditate on that and fix it. The fact that I can't is not fine. The fact that I can't is like, I don't really know. But yeah, so Halsey is definitely a witch, which I know that because she has a song, or they have a song called The Plane Is So Distracting. That's not the title of the song. The title of the song is Lilith. So it's clearly a song that's an offering to or for Lilith in some way. So yeah. I mean, I've never really like worked with Lilith or done, if I have done anything, it was not that extreme of an offering because I'm like, damn, I don't remember. But also I've done all kinds of offerings in the past, but like it wouldn't have just been like, I think I probably have done like a combined thing with like multiple spirits, but I've never like just done only Lilith. I don't know that I remember. Because again, I feel like I've done so many, but then it's like, damn, like would I have wanted to forget that? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe, I don't know. I'm like, how long ago would that have been if I ever did? But that's not the point. Clearly, Halsey did put magic into the products, more than a lot of other makeup companies would have. Although, I do believe that Rihanna puts, magic into her, makeup but especially her like lingerie brand. I've just never bought anything from there because it's like expensive. But when I saw the clothes or like lingerie, like underwear and stuff, I was like, I could kind of like recognize like what the magic does, but I don't really know about like what the makeup does for her stuff, if that makes sense. But like, because I kind of recognize like certain kinds of magic. I'm like, okay, so if you wore this every day, for example, for like 2 months, like who would you be after that point? And like, would it change actually you or just you when you're like wearing the product? You know what I'm saying? Because people have different kinds of like magic. Like some things will like seek to like permanently change you, and some things are like only while you're wearing the product. But some things make you almost like confused about who you actually are so much that you're like forced to figure it out really fast. And there's like different kinds of like magic with that. But it's weird that the average person can't recognize that, because then no matter what products they're ever buying, they don't know what it does. So then the next, if they had like a really fragile ego or something, the next day they might be like, oh, am I a different person now? Like now what? Like, but they don't know that it's actually the magic is working on them, and that the first phase is for them to have to like work on that part of themselves, even though it's going to eventually have like positive benefits in the long term. Yeah. Anyway, what I mean is like when I first put on the product, I was like, okay, like it looks good. Like I can see how it looks good. But over like a couple of days of wearing it or whatever, I don't know if I bought it yesterday or the day before, because I've worn it multiple times already. I've just done makeup looks. I think it was the day before though, but yeah. So, but what I mean is I feel like my spirit has gotten better at accepting Halsey's magic, because I don't think it was like an automatic thing that I was like super receptive to, but it's kind of like my magic got better at accepting other magic, because for some reason there could be like resistance towards that at the very beginning, but then you get like used to it really fast within like a day or two. I haven't been wearing the same makeup for more than one day, but you know what I mean. Putting it on different times, it's kind of like anything else that you practice. I don't know. It's a weird thing to say. I'm just getting better at my spirit accepting somebody else's magic and integrating it, because when you put on a product, you're using your own magic to try to make it look good. But if their magic is to make you look good in this like specific way, those could be like clashing, unless you like over time you kind of like mesh. And then it's kind of like, oh, the magic is like on one side it's like, oh wait, I know what you were trying to do with this part, like as if it's like a creature. It's like, wait, you seem like you have like a leg right here. What's that supposed to be? Is that your hand, your leg, your tail? I don't know. And the other one's like doing the same thing. It's like, yeah, is that your tail, your hand, your leg? Like we don't know who we each are to each other in a way. Like, and then they get better at recognizing each other, and they're kind of like, okay, we know like what to do. But it's literally like saying, if you had chicken eggs for your cake recipe, you have to get better at using the eggs, and the eggs have to get better at recognizing you. So you sound insane when you say that, even though it's like clearly a chicken does have like a level of consciousness. And so this could be interpreted as the chicken's magic, the egg, right? I mean, it just comes from the body, so that the chicken would be like, what are you saying? You know, they don't really have a brain that much. They just sit there, you know. You don't see chickens in there using their nails to carve like math problems on the wall because they're so bored of being a chicken. They do nothing, and they're never bored of being a chicken. They are never bored of being a chicken. They just stand there. They stand there and they lay eggs, and they never get bored. And they live just like multiple years. Like they are not bored of this. They could be like 10 years old, 16 years old or something. I don't really know. Maybe not. I don't know. Are they 4 years old when they die? Or are they 16 years old? I'm leaning more towards like probably 10 to 16 or something, but I don't know. But yeah, it's also like if you had to feel like you're somehow teaching the egg and the flour about you while you're mixing the recipe for the cake. Like, you can't tell people about that because then you just seem weird. But if you think that's what's going on, you might be able to get better at baking a cake in ways that are gonna be like shocking to you and other people. They'd be like, wait, you're shockingly good at baking cakes? Well, I guess you're just good at baking. Like, I guess it doesn't mean anything. But then it's like that was their magic the whole time. You know, I don't bake cakes, but that's a whole different kind of magic that like I would actually fail at. Like, it would take me like, I don't even want to think about that. I don't know, but you get the formula. But yeah, today I'm like, this is makeup, like crazy makeup look number 2. The other one, I did this editorial photo shoot. It was like the first one that I officially called that, and I wanted to make it inspired by my album called, what's my album called? The Ghostwriter of Your Funeral, I think is what my album's called. I have a lot of albums because I'm smart. I don't know why. I just do. How are you gonna get better at something? How would I get better at something if I don't practice it and do it a lot? Also that, and also I'm like competitive with nobody, because like, who am I being competitive with? I don't know. You, if you start to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm willing to compete with you someday when you decide to do what I'm doing. So, you know, someday. No, I actually just want to get good at as many things as possible. It's not about, you know, people being like, oh, you've done like a lot. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, why do you, like, I feel like the whole industry has weird stuff going on. Like, when I observe the music industry, the people who are at the top, right? I don't know. In between, people are kind of all doing their own thing because everybody has a different interpretation of what music is, and that's what they do. But when it comes to like the people at the very top, it could be weird to look at them because they do have like the resources to do certain things, but they all feel guilty for taking up space, it seems, or they'll only have one album every like year or every 5 years, right? And that's like extreme for them. They're like, oh my god, like I can't believe I did that. Like, you know, you can see people who seem to be at the top and they're kind of like, you know, like they have this weird like guilt complex with like how much work they put out, to where they think it should be less. They think that they're a good person in some weird way, and they're trying to fight against that, and like, but they think they're like getting positive reinforcement for not putting work out and still having like infinite money or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they'll take it like, oh, like I wasn't that much of a problem to you, imaginary audience, because I barely existed and you loved me for that. Like, it's kind of like weird to see. It's like, clearly I'm not like known by anybody. I'm like, I have like 0 views on every video, but I know that even if I were successful, even if I were on that level of success, like I would still be putting out work all the time and not wanting to feel guilty for that. Like, I feel like it would be, you know, even if I even if I were super successful in some way, like my goal would just be like, why would I want to feel guilty for like being in my purpose while being known for being somebody who like is confident and stands out? Like, why would you want a reputation for being something that you haven't even gotten to achieve yourself yet, in a way? Or like I feel like it creates like imposter syndrome if they're not putting out work all the time, but if they do, that they can feel sort of like guilty for it. And I don't really get that. I think they don't want to feel like they're overshadowing other people, but they chose to be in the position that they're in, so they have confidence issues, which is weird, because those are the people that are the most successful in the music industry, are the people with the most confidence issues. Oh, maybe not, but it seems kind of like, why, you know what I mean? Or maybe they're not passionate for it anymore, but it does seem a lot of people are like, oh no, should we even put this out? Like, is it fine if we do that? Like, are we sure it's fine? Like, they're asking other people, are we sure that it's fine if we do that? Like, it's crazy. There's like people walking by. Anyway, I wanted to do an editorial look because I just see that as another thing that I could just keep getting better at. Like, I want to be good at so many things, because I just kind of believe like the soul just keeps all the skills that you learn, if that makes sense, and then you reincarnate on a different planet someday and you're just born with all those skills and you're like, wow, like it's so weird that I'm already good at this. Like, so I'm not just competitive with people who exist, I'm so competitive with people who don't exist. Imaginary other people that are someday going to be on those planets. I'm like, wouldn't I want to just like be so much cooler than everybody when I'm like from birth, like because I practiced all of that in a past life, which is actually right now. Like, I don't know, if you're gonna be there, like I'm just practicing all this so that I can like already overshadow you, because I'm going to be so good at whatever I'm doing. So I hope that you're doing the same thing so we can like compete about it, or not the same thing, but like, you know what I mean, you can, but like I hope that you're using your free will so much that you'll be able to upgrade too, you know, and we can all be so cool because we just upgraded so much and we all learned all these skills that we get to keep wherever we go. Like I do actually hope that you do, but I'm also not going to slow down just so that you can catch up, you know, like I hope you're also working on that, and you know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna be getting good at something. I don't know what, but something. That's all for this video. I love you guys. Bye.